Gigi Berardi reading FoodWISE tonight. The section on advertising. And I ended last night with we form beliefs about foods, and at the same time, we're forming beliefs about ourselves. One prime example, coffee. The growth of specialty or gourmet coffees and the prices consumers pay are a continuing trend in many parts of the world. For instance, almost 60% of coffee was consumed outside the home in the United States in 2017. More people drinking specialized coffee and drinking more cups per day. Coffee, grown and produced in Latin America, Asia, East Africa, and elsewhere, once was available for pennies to consumers in developed countries. Now, though, it costs quite a few pennies to get an espresso. Has this hike in price made coffee consumption go down? Not at all. Coffee has become such a cultural necessity that many of us hand over our dollars to Starbucks on a daily basis without a second thought. It isn't even just about the taste. Starbucks tastes good, don't get me wrong. For many of us, though, our very self-image is tied up to that cup of joe. How many of us describe ourselves as coffee people? Don't we go on coffee dates to get out of the house? Or measure our pride in getting through a work deadline by how many cups of coffee fueled us on the way? Coffee shows you work hard. Coffee shows you have class. Not everyone can afford Starbucks after all. Taste change. Now this latte is in style. Now we like dark roast. Now we like light. What doesn't change is the role our consumption plays in our identity. Our conceptions and constructions of ourselves. I'm a coffee drinker. It's how we know ourselves. The coffee may be tasty, but the interlocking influence of advertising and culture helps form these ideas of what coffee means to us. And maybe we like the cultural crusader part of Starbucks messaging too. The articles tonight, one is on Egypt and the hit that tourism has taken in Egypt. But also there's links in that article to medical staff in Egypt, which are complaining about protection, safety, personal protection equipment, and policy in that country related to that. And the other is actually a selection of articles, a great selection of articles. So I refer you to The Guardian on animal farming. It's a kind of animal farming watchdog column, if you will, talking about which state in the United States has just banned cages for chicken production, looking at swine flu and incidences of swine flu and what's happening with that in terms of a possible pandemic. Always fun. And also various other stories about swine production, but importantly too, workers in meat plants, and not just in this country, the United States, but in other countries.